How you think and how you feel creates your state of being. People wake up in the morning, they begin to think about their problems. So the person's entire state of being when they start their day is in the past. So what does that mean? The familiar past will sooner or later be predictable future.
I was once told the true test of being a leader is being able to keep your head up even when the pressure is at its height. Because all you want to do is let it drop. To look down, get caught up in what's grinding, stay stuck in those things that are hard. Because there's no denying it. They're really damn hard. The weight starts feeling unbearable. Pressure's on. All you want to do is run. Pressure's on. Life is swirling. The pressure is on. And here's what you do. You keep your head up. Being maxed out, we don't like talking about it. We want the uplifting message. We want the inspiring story. I don't like talking about this. These words are coming out because I'm feeling it. I'm exposed. My armor is down. My mask is down. I know tomorrow is different, but for today I have one goal. Keep my head up.
Now we are the masters of our fate.
What did Churchill do when the storm was raging all around him? The war was coming. Just imagine what that would have felt like. And what did he do? He kept his head up, inspired others to do the same. What did Tiger do when everything was crumbling? It must have taken everything he had. It must have taken more than winning. He kept his head up. What does the mother do who is pulled and pulled and pulled? She keeps her head up. What does the father do who is pushed and pushed and pushed? He keeps his head up. There are moments when this hits all of us. We do all we can to avoid it. We literally do all we can to avoid it. Yet sometimes it still comes. The pressure's on. I know the feeling. I hate saying it, but I know the feeling. And the response, though it will take everything you have, keep your head up.
Just starting there and being able to reflect and observe the different voices inside of us is a great place to start your self-awareness.
I didn't want to see it because it's one of those totally uncomfortable truths. And I'd say it is for everyone, but once I did see it, like once I faced it, my life totally changed. Things, they actually started to take off because that's what happens when you confront this blind spot.
I am completely convinced it is the thing that brings people the most upside and happiness when they're at the height of their self-awareness.
Imagine this. I was 24 years old. I had what others would say was a dream job. Yet something wasn't right for me. So I wrote letters to 100 Fortune 500 CEOs. I was asking them their advice on career success, and it was totally crazy. I know it was totally crazy. But I heard back from 35, offering me advice that even if I wanted to, I couldn't buy. Here's the catch. What did I do with them? What did I do with this totally unparalleled opportunity? I treated it like it was another lesson from a textbook. Like it was enough to simply have all the information in my head. I memorized the big concept. I memorized it. I still remember them. 4 big things jumped out. Think bigger. Balance patience and urgency and use them to my advantage. Build my life. Don't just hope it shows up. And the power of giving back. These were huge life lessons. And you have to imagine, I learned them in such a profound way. And for years, They had almost no impact on my life. So at some point I had to ask the question, why? And over time I realized it was because I was refusing to look at this blind spot.
It's very hard, and we know laboratory studies and so on, it's very hard to control your behavior when you're not aware of it.
And actually that's not fair. I didn't refuse. I didn't even know I had a blind spot. And that's the point, we don't even know. I had this lack of awareness. I was totally unaware of the difference between learning something and living something. Information getting into my head was totally the point. To even think it could go deeper. To actually change how I show up, what I do, who I am. I didn't even know that was an option under my control. Transforming my life because of what I learned. I didn't even know to go there. Then when I finally figured all this out, things changed. My life totally changed. I could finally work on my biggest challenge, which was me. My life's biggest challenge was me. You have to assume it's you too. It's the reality for all of us. It's the hard reality for all of us. You are your own biggest challenge. But you need to figure out which part of you is that challenge. What are you blind to? Seriously, what are you blind to? We have to look at ourselves. I'd been learning lessons. I'd never thought to live them. And it's an important question for all of us to ask ourselves. What's unknowingly holding you back?
I've been reminded recently of what it means to have courage.
I am here today not because I want to be. I am terrified.
Stepping into that place of unknown, stomach in knots, uncertain of what's coming, emotions on fire. I've been reminded of that. We want to believe courage is for those who can step up, not a fear in sight, marching straight forward into the storm. Bravado and nerves of steel, we envision it that way. But from what I know of courage, it often looks much different than that. Sometimes courage is wobbly knees, tears on cheeks, but moving forward anyway. Sometimes courage is frail and tired and anything but the picture of strength. But in its own way, it's everything you want strength to be. Courage is sitting on a bus and refusing to move.
He saw me not leaving the seat. He said he would call the policeman and have me arrested if I didn't move. So I just said, go on and do so.
Doesn't matter if your pulse is pounding. What mattered was holding your ground. Courage is daring to be different when there's all the pressure in the world to look or sound a certain way.
So what did I do? I started to say no. And slowly but surely I remembered who I am.
Courage is raising your right hand, even when you realize the door you're opening as a result. It's finding your own way into the fear, because it only exists if you're scared. Scared, but not stopping. So what does courage have to do with leadership and work? Ask me the question. Why not focus on promotions, success, the next job, the next big thing? Because what's behind it all? What allows someone to step off the well-worn path, venture into something new? What is underneath the tough choice, the hard conversation, the moment when you decide things change, or that you don't need to change at all? I love the athlete doing what they're built to do. I also love the decision of someone becoming an athlete for the very first time. I'm impressed by the CEO drawing on the depths of their abilities. And I'm amazed by the person who's left what they know to restart work all over again. I'm inspired by everyday courage. The strength that exists in the small moments before you reach the big moments. The willingness to face forward when there's no one else around. So that when they are there, you know who to be.
My responsibility is to tell you the truth.
That is courage. There are few concepts that inspire me more than this. It's the thing behind the world's greatest achievements. Leadership. Think about what it means. And then think about what it allows you to do. As a human being, you have this unique ability to dream of what you want your life to look like. You're able to envision a different future than what you currently experience. You then have the ability to believe in that dream, to truly believe that future will come true. Then you can make a plan to get there. In its most fundamental sense, the ability to do those things is called leadership.
11, 10, 9, ignition sequence start.
Just think about what it took to rocket someone 384,000 kilometers into the air. It took a dream. It took a belief. And it took a plan to get there. Imagine what it took to lead a movement of change. We clearly remember that dream. That is leadership. What did it take to build a company that truly inspired the world? A vision. An understanding that something special was possible. Helping others believe it too. It's leadership.
People with passion can change the world for the better.
Leaders grab hold of the gap between what exists today and what could be tomorrow. They understand the power of that gap.
For Apollo 11, the flight to land of the first men on the moon.
They understand the opportunity to get from here to there, then step by step they remove the distance. They shape a different version of the future. Others begin to follow. Now think about what this means to all of our lives. How does a family change the path of their future? A dream, a belief, a plan. What does it take for someone to wake up, say no more to whatever it is that's holding them back, and then build a different reality? It's this uniquely human ability, seeing a different way forward, then believing in it to the point you can actually build a bridge from where you are right now. You lead. Remove all the confusing things you hear about this word. It's not complicated. And it doesn't matter where you apply it. Leadership is what allows us to make tomorrow better than today. And it doesn't require a title. It doesn't require a degree or a promotion. You can be exactly who you are, where you are. All it takes is a mindset. That is how you lead. It's the way you build your own life. A company, a team, a movement. The steps remain the same. As a human, you have this ability to have a dream, a belief, a plan.
This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go.